With the rise of the digital age, social media has become an extensive aspect of our lives, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or many more. As social media is an integral part of our lives and the World Wide Web, this allows people to share ideas, knowledge, and thoughts with people through different social media platforms. Teenagers today mainly use these platforms for communication, entertainment, and to develop their interests and find other people who share interests. However, it raises questions on how the internet may shape and affect younger and more impressionable minds. As social media has become widely accessible to anyone and everyone, and that includes many younger individuals who are affected by the different media they consume. According to an article by Digital Marketing Philippines, 65% of the 40 million active social media users worldwide are, in fact, teenagers and young adults. And not to mention, these users spend countless hours online every single day in their lives. However, despite these individuals using the internet to their advantage, there are still some adverse effects it can do once you get too absorbed into social media. A study conducted by Harvard University stated, social media has a significantly detrimental effect on the emotional well-being of chronic users and their lives, negatively impacting their real-life relationships and academic achievement. Some examples of these detrimental effects we'll discuss are low self-esteem, depression, body image issues, and social isolation. Self-esteem is an essential aspect of our lives. It dictates how confidently we portray ourselves to others and how we carry ourselves in our everyday life. However, with how social media shows the filtered life of others, teenagers can catch a glimpse of this through media and become susceptible to comparing themselves and their own lives with others. This idealized perspective distorts their view of their life as it conditions them to look down on their own experiences and be envious of others. Additionally, there are instances when they rely on social engagement, such as likes, to measure their self-worth. This kind of behavior leads to a decrease in confidence and eventually negatively affects their self-esteem. A person with low self-esteem may often feel incompetent, unloved, or inadequate. And individuals who struggle with this are consistently afraid of making mistakes or disappointing their peers and loved ones. Self-esteem issues could be closely related to our next topic, body image issues. No matter the platform, teenagers perceive unrealistic and rapidly changing beauty standards regularly. On platforms like Instagram and Twitter, the most famous posts are those of models or celebrities that are fit and conventionally attractive. Because of this, teenagers, especially female teens, feel intense pressure to live up to these unrealistic standards. These unreachable beauty standards can lead to teenagers developing eating disorders like anorexia and bulimia. These disorders push teens to lose weight by starving themselves, doing extreme diets, and self-induced vomiting, all of which can lead to death in severe cases. Aside from self-esteem and body image issues, depression is another concern plaguing teenagers. Even though sometimes social media can be a safe place for them to express themselves and find comfort on the internet, there are still a lot of cases of cyberbullying, harassment, and many more. Cyberbullying in particular may include sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, false, or mean content about someone else. Some situations include public humiliation, degradation, and more. This online harassment hurts teenagers who have been targeted emotionally and mentally, thus leading to them developing depression, which causes feelings of sadness or a loss of interest in activities you once enjoyed. It can lead to different emotional and physical problems and decrease your ability to function at work and home. For a lot of online users, social media can be highly addictive. According to Addiction Center, social media addiction is a behavioral addiction described as being overly concerned about social media and driven by an uncontrollable urge to use social media. There are many reasons teens use social media to escape from the real world and avoid facing their problems, whether they receive gratification, praise, or anything they crave on these online platforms. Because of this social media addiction, teenagers slowly withdraw from offline social interaction with even their friends and family. However, this causes them to disconnect and isolate more in their real lives and can incite a sense of prolonged loneliness and other mental health complications. With the continuous rise of social media, more and more teenagers are at risk of falling victim to these negative effects. In an online world with endless possibilities, it is easy to fall into the rabbit hole that is social media. However, not all is lost. There are many methods to regulate and keep track of your daily social media usage. One way is by doing what is called a digital detox, which is an extended period of time away from your phone. This allows you to reconnect with the real world around you and refresh your mental health from the negativity you may find online. There are many other ways, but what's important is that you don't let the online world distort your perception of reality.